Hi guys, this is IsTech Channel, A to Z of programming languages. In today's lecture, we are going to learn about method and types of it. So don't forget to subscribe my channel, like the video and share it. Let's go. Method in Java. Method in Java is a collection of statements that perform some specific tasks and return the result to the caller. A Java method can perform some specific task without returning anything. Methods in Java allowed us to reuse the code without retyping the code. In Java, every method must be part of some class that is different from language like C, C++, and Python. Simply, a method is like function that's used to express behavior of an object. It is a set of codes that perform a particular task. Let's see the syntax of method. In general, method declarations has six components. 1. Modifier. It defines the access type of the method from where it can be accessed in your application. In Java, there are four types of access specifiers. Public. It is accessible in all classes in your application. Protected. It is accessible within the class in which it is defined and in its subclass. Private. It is accessible only within the class in which it is defined. Default. It is declared or defined without using any modifier. It is accessible within the same class and package within which its class is defined. 2. The return type. The data type of the value returned by the method or void if does not return any value. 3. Method name. The rules for field names apply to method names as well, but the convention is a little different. 4. List of parameters. The list of the inputs parameters is defined preceded with their data type within the enclosed parentheses. If there are no parameters, you must use empty parentheses. 5. Method body. It is enclosed between brackets. The code you need to be executed to perform your intended operations. A method that has its own body is called method with body. So here we have types of method in terms of body. One of them is with body and the other one is without the body. The method that doesn't have the body should be abstract, and for using we should abstract the class or we should give a body for it. The second is method with body. A method that has its own body is called the method with body, as I told you. We can classify the method in terms of return value into two parts. One of them is method with return value and the other one is method without return value. So if the method return any value, we call the method with return value, and if the method doesn't return any values, we called it void or without a return value. Let's jump on the other slide. I mean method in terms of parameter. So we have two types of method in terms of parameter. One of them is with parameter and the other one is without parameter. A method that has the parameters we call the method with the parameter, and the method that doesn't have the list of parameter or a parameter we call the without parameter method. A static method belongs to the class and a non-static method belongs to an object of a class. Static methods are useful if you have only one instance where you are going to use the method and you don't need multiple copies. Non-static methods are used if you are going to use your method to create multiple copies. Calling a method. To call a method in Java, simply write the method's name followed by two parentheses and a semicolon. If the method has parameters in the declaration, those parameters are passed within parentheses, but this time without their data type specified. However, it is important to keep the sequence of arguments the same as defined in the method definition. Let's look at example to understand this better. So for doing that, I need a project, I mean Java project. I create it and I create a class. Let's create a method with body. I create a method with body and I print a sentence on it. I mean method with body, okay? If you want to create a method without body, we should add abstract keyword to it, okay? If we want to use it, we should abstract our class or we should add body for our method, okay? So let's create a method that add two numbers. I create a method with the return type of int and I named it sum int num1 and int num2. Then body of the method and then return the total of these two numbers. So let's create an example that check the number is even or odd. Okay, so I create a method with the written type of int, and I named it odd, and I add into this method a parameter. Then I checked that my number is odd or even, like this. I use a condition here, and if our number is even, print even, and if it is odd, print odd, and if it is zero, print zero. Okay, class with the name of main class to call our method. Okay, at first I should have the main method, and then I should create the object of my class, I mean method examples. Okay, then we can access to the methods that we created. Okay, so let's do it. So here, if you want to print the value, you should use system.out.println, I mean printing method. Okay, so let's do the next example of our lecture. Okay, at the first I create a method with the written type of int and one parameter. Okay, then I use a loop on it that return the next number of our number. Okay, so it's so simple and easy that return num plus 1. Let's do it and compile it together. So guys, it was our lesson for today. I hope you know it is our slogan that first learn and then delete the L from learn, I mean earn. Thanks for watching, and if you don't subscribe my channel, subscribe it, like the videos and share them. See you later. Goodbye.